try to help people understand how, you know, these kids are not like stupid. They're not like evil children. And a lot of the women that get trapped in it, they didn't just like start out to be a promiscuous, seductive woman. They're actually being misled, aren't they? They're actually being led, thinking they're going somewhere that is actually positive, and yet they end up being in a prison and held captive, whether it's through drugs or literally kept in cages. I mean, it's how they get them there that's a part of the horror.
You know, misled would actually be a mild term for what happens to them. The betrayal, the alienation, the isolation, the abuse that these girls go through, they almost all, the stories start to sound the same. I trusted somebody. My parents had died. My aunt told me of a friend. The friend took me, said I would have a job at the restaurant. For 3 days, I cooked rice. I worked as hard as I could. And then one day, they put me in a room, and they locked me in the room, and they threw clothes at me. And they said, put the clothes on. And I'm 12 years old. I'm like, why would I be putting these kind of clothes on? And then a man comes in, and he rapes me. And then 5 more came in that night. And then these girls just drop their heads, and they cry. And you know what? I think when we were with them, it was sometimes their first times to even cry about these things. I talked to one girl, and we tried to capture her story, and her pimp kept calling her the whole time we were trying to talk to her. And I asked her, I said, how old are you? Because she had lied to us. She said she was like 23. And after we had made that connection that she knew that we truly cared about her, she said, she just dropped her head and she said, I don't know how old I am. Mm-hmm. I only know what people say I am. And she said, I've never had a birthday. I don't even know how old I am. They have been trapped in dark despair, and they have no hope. Some of them had been rescued by the police, the Cambodian government, the Thailand government. They're all doing these things to rescue these people, but what happens is they come out and they struggle back to their villages, and the villages are so desperate already. They're shamed, they're diseased, the villagers chase them off. And then they go back to the very thing, the very city, because it's all they know. And they, each and every one of them, we said, what is your hope? What is your hope? And they would just say, I just want to have a job where people won't look down at me.